Hi guys, welcome back for another one. I am Mr. Free to Play. That is right, I'm a free to play player and I give free to play player advice, tips, tricks, and other things. The patch is live, the countdown is on. So for those of you that have been following me for quite some time, you guys know exactly what you're going to get in this video. And for those of you that just now finding me, where have you been? I've been doing this for 9 months, and those who have been following me have been getting these characters at 4 or possibly 5 gold stars from the start. So guys, if you're ready for it, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. But man, 385, that is 75 more than what you need for a 5-star character. And not only that, I already have 20 some from you get from her campaign. So she's literally almost halfway to being a 6-star character. So Domino, yeah, 412. That's insane. Straight up out of a storybook, 102 out of 200 on her way to 6. I literally have less than 400 shards to go to have this character maxed out already. Doesn't get better than that. I hope you guys enjoyed that clip from the Domino orb opening. Yes, I had insane luck with that one. That is not the standard, but I'm going to show you guys in this video the exact same method I used in getting those orbs for Domino that led to a 5-star unlock. Now guys, I cannot guarantee you a 5-star because of RNG. I can't even guarantee you a 4-star. I can just tell you that through this method, I have always at least gotten a 4-star. Now, most of the people that report to me tell me they've gotten a 4-star. So this method has never failed for me, and most of my viewers have reported the exact same results. When looking at her event campaign orb, her drop rate is 14%, which is the same as Domino and Taskmaster. Now, those of you just tuning in and may not know the results, Domino, as you guys seen in the video earlier, I got her at 5 stars. Taskmaster, I didn't have as good RNG luck, I only got him at 4 stars. The character before that, which had the lowest drop rate ever for an event campaign character, Proxima Midnight, I got at 5 stars. You guys can go back and watch the video. As a matter of fact, I will put that orb opening for Proxima Midnight eye in the corner of the screen to show you guys that these orbs are all RNG. It doesn't matter what the percentage says. When you hit that button, only 14% of that orb's probability will pop Squirrel Girl. And that's a fact. So the greater percentage relies on one of the other tunes being pulled. That's a fact. Sorry guys, I have to get these disclaimers out of the way early because a lot of people just want to judge me on the first 5 minutes of a video. So I do the disclaimers early, but we're going to get into the good part of this, but to know what a lot of you guys came here for that have been following me for quite some time. We're going to get to it. I just got to get through these disclaimers. Alright, so some of you guys, in case you're not familiar how these event campaigns work, the easy part of this campaign can be done with any characters, no trait requirements needed. The main campaign scales up in a little bit difficulty. You need at least 3 characters with the friendship tag, and we're going to get into the friendship tag here then, but you need at least 3 to run through this. Yeah, if you're below level 45, you may get stuck at the easy campaign, but you should always try to push your luck in the medium campaign and push yourself as far as you can. If you are a new player, you're not going to be able to pull off this method. I need you guys to understand that right from the start. A new player, you will not. But trust me, if you watch me now, you will eventually be able to incorporate these tips and tricks into your account later on, even as a free-to-play player. I promise you, I'm 100% free-to-play, and I've been doing this for a long time. And I've been sharing my tricks with a lot of you guys for a long time. The spenders, the free-to-play, all of you. But anyways, let's move on. So the hard campaign is where if you want to use my method, you have to be able to clear. People have been able to get 4-star event campaign characters without clearing the hard node, but they've at least been able to do some of the hard node. Also, another thing to just disclose, the first mission in each campaign lets you run with the event campaign characters. So if you have access to the hard campaign, you should at least do the very first node and clear it. And then if you can't do any more of the hard, go down to the medium and start clearing that one and work your way down. Now, the recommendations for the hard level, squad level 60 plus, sometimes just being at level 60 is not enough to get the job done, as some of these campaigns vary in difficulty depending on the characters you have to face and the teams you're able to take against them. I've experienced very difficult hard campaigns and I've experienced very easy hard campaign. So it's been a mixture. You never know what you're going to get till we get in there. But Foxnix has never changed the difficulty of these events. So like I said, if you're not able to do it today, just keep working on your roster. You will be able to do it in the near future. That I promise you. Squad level 60, gear tier 9. The more tiers you can add on, the better the better your chances are of clearing this campaign. Ability level 5, that's more like 5-5-5-3, not all 5s, including the passive being 5. That's the recommendations. I always say you want to do more than the minimum, because at the minimum you need the best synergy possible, and with these characters available at the friendship tag, there is not synergy across the board except for one team, which I will get into. Now that you guys have been following me and been watching me for quite some time, I hope you guys were saving your cores. No, you don't need 5,500 cores to get this job done. Usually I'd recommend probably like 2,000, range of 2,000 to 3,000, just to have a safety net. Going into is probably want to be. So if you're not there, you might want to start saving to get there, because you do need cores to get there to do this method for free, no money needed. All right, so now that you've been saving your cores, you got your characters ready to go, we're gonna get into the character part. I always like to say at the end, because that's the most lengthiest and also the most complicated. But anyways, on the first day, you want to try to go through and clear the hard campaign. And if you can't, clear as much as you can, go back, clear all the medium or whatever level you can clear it as much as you can. Now, for my method and the results I get with my method, you need to clear the hard campaign. Because without the hard campaign, you don't earn as many fragments, which lowers the amount of orbs you get, and the lower amount of orbs you get cuts down on the chances of you pulling good Squirrel Girl shards out of her orb. But I've had people report to me that haven't been able to clear off the entire hard campaign getting a 4-star event campaign character. So it's not impossible, but do as much as you can. So the rest of this is going to assume that you can clear all the hard campaign, but if not, the method still applies. Just keep following along. And once you cleared all the nodes and have them unlocked, then you want to start to farm from the hardest node, the very last one, down to all the energy. Just farm it, run out of energy, refresh your energy with 50 cores, and just keep going down the line. Now, it is possible, because I have done it many times, of getting a 4-star character with just the 50 core refreshes. In fact, guys, if for anyone who needs a visual of what I'm talking about, I'm going to put an eye in the corner of the screen to go back and watch my Taskmaster video, as I actually have video showing this method hands-on, as I can't demonstrate it here because the event's not live. Now, the method I use for Domino includes everything I just told you guys, but I do a thing where I always push for 50 orbs. I always push for 50 orbs, which includes more than just 50 core refreshes. It actually, in fact, requires me to refresh my energy 2 times at 100 cores. So guys, I just want to let you know what it took for me to get 50 orbs in that domino pool. If you want to try to duplicate my results, that's what I did. All right, now it is time to review all the characters that are available for this event that have the friendship tag. So I went through, wrote down my list of characters. Not that you guys are surprised, it just looks like a white sheet of paper. But yeah, they did something crazy for this one. They just paired characters off being available, like Okoye, Black Panther, Karnak and Crystal, Rocket and Groot, Scientist Supreme and Graviton, Winter Soldier and Captain America, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Vulture and Shocker, Toad and Blob, Human Torch and Thing. Like, they just did combos for all these characters. I'm going to stop right there, but they just did combos. There's actually only one team that's available for this campaign. So let's reveal that team first, and I think it's intentional. So that team is Young Avengers. They have Miss Marvel, Miles Morales, America Chavez, and if you spent to unlock her, Squirrel Girl, which I believe that's the intentional behind it, is, hey, it's the only full team. And even though they're still missing a member because they don't have a 5th member in the game, but it's the only one like that. Everyone else is like paired off in 2s. Now you can do a Heroes Brawlers type thing, which is not bad either. You just need America Chavez, Miss Marvel, probably go ahead and use Miles Morales. I'm going to assume you didn't spend for Squirrel Girl. Pair up Black Panther, Spider-Man. And it's also possible that people could have X-23 unlocked, which is also a brawler, but that's pretty much where the brawler stops. So that's the other team. Now, the other thing you gotta look at in this one is depending on what your level is in the game. So obviously, someone who's been playing for almost 600 days, getting close to 600 days, I have a lot of developed characters that I could probably throw in here, so I'm not gonna have too much of a problem. But let's start breaking down some free-to-play friendly characters that you may have unlocked that you can use. So the good combo, Rocket and Groot, work out great. Groot does have some healing properties. They're not that great, but he can heal, add a little sustain, can keep Rocket alive. Rocket can do a lot of damage with Groot, depending on how developed you have your Rocket. But both are highly recommended for early game players, so there's a good chance that you do have those characters and can use them. The only other character on this list that has any healing or sustain or even A character that can revive other characters is Scientist Supreme. A little harder to get for early game players, even though in my second account I still haven't unlocked her yet. But if you have her as an early or mid game player, she's not a bad option to keep yourself alive. Now you may or may not have Graviton, but she does not necessarily need Graviton in this combo. She can be put with other people. For example, those Young Avengers or some hero brawlers. Just throw her in there, keep them alive. If you can give the opponent's defense down with all their assists, the match may be over. But your power level matters, and your composition of the team that we're facing may matter. There are straight up counters to hero brawlers, and we could get those, we may not get those. It's hard to tell. Now there's a good chance you'll get Squirrel Girl for free in these campaigns as another character to use. A lot of times they'll throw in the newest character for you to get used with, but it's hard to say if that's going to happen or not. There usually is extra characters. Sometimes they are the event and campaign character, and sometimes they're not. And sometimes they'll throw in some of the other new characters like Beast or Emma Frost to play with, to break out their kit. It is possible. Nothing's off the table. It has happened before. Anyways, moving on. But outside Groot and Scientist Supreme, there is no sustain with these characters that are available. They're just, Miss Marvel can heal, but she can only heal herself. There are some shield synergies, but once again, you're probably going to be overpowered because there's not going to be any healing with these characters. So that's like Captain America, Hawkeye, Black Widow, wherever she is, there she is. So there's 3 of them. So there are options you have unlocked, but I know like Black Widow is not an easy character for newer players to get. But yeah, 3 of the X-Force characters are available. I don't know how much I'd really recommend those 3, as I don't have a whole lot of information about them currently, because you guys see their power level. I have no experience with them. But yeah, I look at those staples. Look at the Rocket Groot combo. If you can, Scientist Supreme, if you have her, it probably is a highly recommended one that you use. The Hero Brawlers or Young Avengers obviously is another great options, and that's probably pretty much where the options or combos would come from. So out of like the Young Avengers Hero Brawler team, Rocket and Groot combo, or Scientist Supreme matched up in there, those are the characters I say you should focus on, or look at what you have in your account and make a team of those characters. If you have to substitute some other characters, that's fine, but I'd probably stay away from Okoye. I'd stay away from probably the Shocker and Vulture combo. Thor and Sif are kind of standouts. Thor really works well with the more Asgardians he's paired up with. Sif, I can't really say much about her, guys. I don't think I'd recommend Toad or Blob at all. Corvus Clave and Proxima Midnight may work well together. You probably want to make sure they're teamed up with Scientist Supreme if you do use those 2, but once again, I don't know how many guys would have them unlocked. Alright guys, and that's just my recommendations. Like I said, I can't really give you a full team because it's going to depend on what your roster is and what you have invested into. All I can do is give you guys tips of characters, as most of my tips are for early and mid game players for character building, because these are most likely the characters that you guys already have, versus late game players are probably going to have characters built up where they can just blow through the campaign with their best characters. And that's what I try to focus on there for you guys. So if you guys have any questions or roster specific questions, you guys can always join my Discord. If you just give me a screenshot of your characters with the friendship roster tag, I could probably give you 5 recommendations that will cut down on you having to invest more in those characters. So guys, the link to my Discord is in the description down below. You guys can join it. Like I said, I can help you out there if you need it. But with that said, guys, I hope all you guys watching this get a 5-star Squirrel Girl and rock that Young Avengers team, as most of those characters are already part of the Young Avengers. A lot of us already have plenty of stars in them, especially if you are probably mid to mid-late game, or after that you definitely have all these other characters pretty maxed out, as my Miss Marvel's done, my Miles Morales is done, and my America Chavez, I don't know what she's sitting at, but I'm pretty sure I have no problem adding some stars to her. So I would love 5 of my Squirrel Girl. So guys, I hope the same for all of you. Now before you go, if you want to do me a huge favor, hit that like button. If you're new here or have not done so already, hit that subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss how to get these event campaign characters at least 4 gold stars, hit that notification bell, as I do this for every event campaign, and I plan to keep doing it for everyone going forward. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye. But with that said, guys, I hope all you guys watching get a 5-star, who's the character again? Squirrel.